Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video, we're going to be talking about my most complimented perfumes of 2023. And actually, it's my most complimented perfumes of the last half of 2023. So from June until now. I already did a video of my most complimented fragrances from the beginning of the year until about mid-year. So if you missed that video and you're interested, I will leave it in the description box. Definitely check that out. But I didn't want this video to be too long. I didn't want to talk about too many perfumes in one video, so I split it in half. Definitely check out that video if you're interested. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. I really appreciate you being here. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for 10,000 subscribers. You guys are so awesome. I really appreciate you guys. I'm super excited. I can't wait for 2024 for this channel to continue to grow, and I owe it all to you guys. So thank you, thank you. All right, without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so I do keep a running list on my phone whenever someone says something to me about a perfume that I wear, and that's how I determine which perfumes were my most complimented. But I don't want you guys to think that I'm like saying every time I leave my house somebody says something or, you know, that I'm getting chased down, although that did happen to me this year. For the first time in my life, I was chased down. I'll tell you all about it. But yeah, I don't normally have that happen. I don't have people running down to ask me what I'm wearing and stuff like that. I have a lot of friends and family and coworkers that know that I'm really into fragrances, and so they make it a point to comment. But I have had some compliments on these from strangers as well. These perfumes are not going to be in any particular order except for the last one. The last one, I'm going to save the best for last, the one that I got the most compliments on by far. And it does seem like almost every single time I wear this fragrance, somebody says something. It is a compliment magnet, but we'll get to that. All right, starting off with a very polarizing fragrance, we have by Liquid Imaginaires Blanche Bête. This fragrance, people either love it or they hate it, and I love it. I think this is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. But I can see why this wouldn't be everybody's cup of tea, because this has a milk note. So if you're not into lactonic fragrances, you know, you're gonna not like this. This definitely has a very noticeable milky lactonic feel to it. There's also tuberose in here, which I feel like tuberose is definitely a polarizing note. Some people love it, some people don't. There's some other florals in here as well, but I do distinctly pick up tuberose in here. And then there's a lot of muskiness to this fragrance as well, which I love because it keeps it airy and a little bit more wearable, but I think some people do struggle with musk as well. So if you don't like lactonic, tuberose, and musk, this is a recipe for disaster for you. And run away, run far, far away. But if you're like me and you love those notes, this is absolutely gorgeous. The performance of this is outstanding, which is why I think so many people commented on it, is because they can smell it, you know? They can smell it, and it's something unique. You know, you just don't smell this everywhere you go, and it's so beautiful. I love it. I love it. So definitely test it first. Don't blind buy this. This is absolutely not blind buy safe, but I adore it. But just keep in mind, when I did my most hated perfumes according to you guys video, if you missed that video, I'll leave it in the description box. Definitely check it out. It's super fun. But yeah, this made the list. So polarizing fragrance for sure, but I adore it. So that is by Liquid Imaginaires Blanche Bête. Up next, we have my most worn fragrance of 2023. I am obsessed with this perfume. I still am. I had to force myself to put it away. This is more of a summertime fragrance for me. I got compliments on this in June, July, August. And this is by Simone Andreoli. This is Leisure in Paradise. This is, like I said, my most worn fragrance because I was wearing it nonstop. I just couldn't put it down. This dent is from, I think I got it in June or something like that. I only wore it for like 2 or 3 months, and this is the dent because I just kept wearing it and I loved it so, so much. So I don't know what it is. It's the pineapple, actually, I think is what it is in here that I can't get enough of. There's this extremely noticeable and juicy pineapple note in here. And then there's papaya, and there's some vanilla, and then a little bit of woody notes, which I don't pick up too much, but it's there. and I think the combination is just phenomenal. Now, the performance of this is good on me. I don't struggle with the performance of this fragrance. I spray myself down with this perfume and I can smell it on me all day long, but I have heard other people say that the performance wasn't that great on them, so, you know, definitely test this one for yourself, but for me, I don't have an issue, and I know other people could smell me because I got a lot of compliments on this one. So if you like tropical smelling fragrances, if you like pineapple, definitely get your nose on this one. So that is by Simone Andreoli, Leisure in Paradise. All right, up next we have by Idolo. This is Love and Crime. I got lots of compliments on this, and I finally got a chance to really wear this perfume. I've been babying this perfume because it's so small. It's so tiny, and it just seems like it's gonna disappear. But luckily the performance of this is really, really good, so I don't need a ton of sprays. But yeah, I got quite a few compliments on this one. To me, this one smells a lot like Lyra. I feel like if you like Lyra, you would like this fragrance, but to me, this one is more on the orange side. I know I think Lyra actually has orange, but for some reason it smells like lemon to me. This is distinctly orange. I think there's some star anise in here, which gives it this like spicy kind of kick to it, and I love that. But it does smell similar to Lyra, but there's a tiny bit of a difference. Plus the performance on this one is better than Lyra. I have Lyra and I have this one, and I love them both, but I think I slightly prefer this one. And there's something in here that kind of smells like sponge cake to me, so I get a spicy orange sponge cake is what this perfume smells like on me, and I adore it. I think it's absolutely fantastic and a good alternative to Lyra if you are disappointed in the performance of Lyra. I think it's such a delicious gourmand fragrance. If you're a gourmand lover, definitely get your nose on this one. So this is by Idolo, Love and Crime. Okay, another one that I talk about all the time. You guys are probably so sick of me talking about this perfume, but it was one of my most complimented, so here we go. This is by the House of Argos, and this is Triumph of Bacchus. This perfume is a compliment magnet, and for good reason. This is so good, you guys. I love this perfume. This is rum. I love the rum in here. It's very, very boozy, so you absolutely have to be into boozy fragrances because I get a lot of that rum. And then I get this absolutely delicious green apple note, which I'm a huge fan of apple. So anything that has like green or red apple in it, I'm just gonna love. Everything that I love is in this perfume. It's got rum, it's got apple, it's got the most gorgeous tobacco note. And don't let that scare you, because to me, I don't find this to be smoky. I'm not a big smoky person, but I love tobacco as long as it's a tobacco that smells like it hasn't been lit. If it smells like tobacco that's been put in like a cigar or a pipe and it hasn't been lit yet. That sweet, spicy kind of tobacco scent, I just adore it. I think it smells so, so good. So yeah, this one is amazing. There's all kinds of notes in here, you guys, but this is just a beast of a perfume. I did not realize how strong this perfume was until I put it on my tray, I think a few months ago, and I like oversprayed, and then I literally choked myself out because whoa, you do not need a lot of sprays of this perfume. It is very strong. So if you love boozy tobacco fragrances, definitely get your nose on this. I think it's fantastic. So that is by the House of Argos, Triumph of Bacchus. All right, up next we have the perfume that I got chased down in a post office parking lot by a woman across the parking lot. It was a very windy day. I think we were having some tropical storms. And yeah, it was like in September. I think we were transitioning from summer to fall, and I decided to wear this fragrance. I was in my husband's truck and he dropped me off, and it was like super, super windy, and I get out of the truck and I'm walking towards the post office, and this woman starts screaming, "Ma'am, ma'am," at me. And I turn around and this woman is just like running towards me across the parking lot. And she catches up to me and she's like, "What are you wearing? I could smell you across the parking lot. You smell amazing. What is that?" And I just was so excited because I've never had that happen. I've heard other people say it's happened to them before, but I have never been chased down before. How fun is that, right? So we go into the post office and I just looked it up on my phone because I didn't know what to say. Like Xerjoff, you know what I mean? Bouquet Ideale. Did I even tell you guys what the perfume was? It's by Xerjoff, Bouquet Ideale. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. Bouquet, I think it's Ideal or Ideale, I'm not sure. But anyway, I just pulled this fragrance up on my phone and let her take a picture of it because you know, when you're not into perfumes, you're not going to know who Xerjoff is. You know what I mean? If you're not in the fragrance community, I guess. She loved this, and so do I. This is absolutely fantastic. So top notes, you have cinnamon and nutmeg. So it's spicy, but not too much. It's not over the top. It's not too cinnamon nutmeg heavy, but it definitely has that like fall vibe. I absolutely love it. And then in the heart, you have 3 different types of woody notes. So this is a very woody fragrance. I think there's guaiac wood, sandalwood, and cedar in here. It's beautiful, but you do have to be a fan of woody notes. And then in the base, there's vanilla. I definitely get lots of vanilla, but there's a few more things. There's tobacco blossom, there's labdanum, musk, coumarin. It's absolutely fantastic. This has really, really good performance. As you can tell, I mean, I know it was windy out, but still, she could smell me across the parking lot. So yeah, good performance on this one, and I enjoyed this so, so much. And I had been neglecting this one. I really hadn't been wearing it that much, but I'm so glad that I was able to take this out. And once I'm done with this, I will definitely be getting a full size bottle because I think this is definitely 100 ml worthy for sure. So that is by Xerjoff Bouquet Ideale, or Ideale. I'm not sure which one, but it's this one. All right, another one by Xerjoff is La Capitale. This is gorgeous, you guys. This is another really, really good performing fragrance. And I think this is one of the sexiest perfumes I have ever smelled because it has saffron in it. It's got some leather. It's got some oud, which I normally don't like oud, but I love it in here. But the opening is, I love the opening of this. The opening, you have strawberries and caramel, which I think is super delicious, but then you mix it with the saffron and the leather and the oud. It's sweet and sexy. It's sweet and wild. It's just, it's so, so good. I think this is one of the sexiest perfumes, and yeah, I did get quite a few compliments on this fragrance, and a lot of the compliments I got on this one were by men. I feel like men complimented me more on this one than women did. The oud is not hard to take. Like, I know oud can be very, very challenging for a lot of people, including me, but the oud in here is just, it's really smooth. It's not skanky. It doesn't smell barnyard oud to me. It just gives the perfume some depth and some sexiness. That oud, leather, and saffron combo is super, super sexy. I don't think this is a safe blind buy though. You definitely need to check this out because it does have some challenging notes for some people. I mean, if you don't like leather, there's definitely a leather note in here. It's not harsh. It's not, you know, difficult to digest like some leather notes can be, but it's still leather. And it's still oud, so, you know, and there's still saffron, which isn't everybody's favorite. So if you don't know about those notes, you still need to test this for yourself, but I personally love it. I think it's super sexy. So that is by Xerjoff La Capitale. All right, up next we have by the House of Navitus. This is in collaboration with Karina from Dear Makeup Diary, and this is Miel Extase, which translates to honey ecstasy. And that's what this is. It's a honey perfume, but it's not an animalic honey. It's a smooth honey. It's very delicious. It's very sweet. So there's honey in the opening, and then there's some apricots, there's some dried fruits. I get a lot of the apricots in here. So if you're not a fan of honey and you're not a fan of apricots, you're not going to like this perfume, but I love those notes. It is so sweet. It is so delicious in my opinion. There's toffee in here, which I love. And then there's tonka bean, there's Madagascar vanilla. There's some chocolate in here, which I do get in the dry down. When this perfume starts to dry down, I pick up a chocolatey note, which just makes it even better. And I do pick up the toffee as well. Definitely pick up the vanilla. And then there's some caramel in here as well. So this is very sweet, very gourmand type of perfume. And it is the strongest of the Navitus perfumes that I've tried. I haven't tried every single Navitus perfume out there, but of all the ones I've tried, this is the strongest and best performing. I have zero issues with this perfume. It is almost beast mode, and it's delicious. There's a little bit of booziness in here too. I don't really pick up too much of the booziness. I do pick it up. There's rum in here, I believe. And I pick it up, but to me, it's not overly boozy. I got a lot of compliments on this one because it's sweet and it's delicious and I love it. And so did a lot of people around me apparently. So that is by Navitus Parfums Miel Extase. And the other one by Navitus that I got a ton of compliments on is Ambrosia Imperiale. This is in collaboration with AI the Great, and this is a compliment magnet. I got lots from men and women. This was one of those perfumes that people were kind of confused. I remember there was one woman, she was an elderly lady, and she walked in and asked who was baking banana bread. She swore there was banana bread being made somewhere. And I tried to explain to her that it was my perfume, but she was like, no, 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 I smell banana bread. Like, she could not, in her wildest dreams, imagine a perfume that smelled like bananas, right? Like, perfume to her doesn't smell like food. So she just couldn't like comprehend that I was the one actually smelling like this. It was the cutest thing. It was so funny. But yeah, it was this perfume, and I don't necessarily get banana bread, but I could definitely see how somebody like smelling it in the air would get that vibe for sure. To me, this is a gorgeous, semi-gourmand, but still smells like a perfume fragrance. It smells like a banana dessert with some rum, some caramel, some cinnamon, some whipped cream, but then it has Divana and it has saffron, so it's super sexy. Lots of musk in here. So it's very airy and wearable. Perfect fragrance for all year round. It's not too heavy. It's not too dense. I love this perfume, and so did a lot of people around me, because yeah, this was a very highly complimented fragrance. So that is by Navitus Parfums Ambrosia Imperiale. Okay, another one. This one was probably my second most complimented perfume out of all of these, and then the first one was definitely by far the most complimented, but this one I got a ton. This is a compliment magnet. This is by the House of Oud Bon Bon Pop. This was a huge hit. I got compliments from friends and family and coworkers, but I also got compliments from strangers. I got a few compliments from people checking me out at the grocery store, which I've told you guys before. I feel like that's a common place to get complimented. People who are checking you out at the grocery store. I seem to get a lot of compliments from them, and somebody said it's because the grocery store doesn't usually smell very good, or people are just trying to be really friendly when they check you out, or whatever. Whatever the reason. Whatever the reason, I seem to get a lot of compliments from checkout people, and I love it. I'm here for it. But this perfume is just absolutely stunning. I get amazing performance from this. I heard someone say they didn't get good performance from this, and I was like, shocked. I mean, this perfume, yeah, I get amazing performance out of it, and it smells so freaking good. This is a semi-gourmand as well. It has gourmand notes, but it is by no means a foodie gourmand. If that's what you're expecting from this perfume, no. But it has the most gorgeous peach note, and I have been so picky about my peach notes lately. I need a peach that smells natural, like a natural, actual, like juicy peach, and that's what's in here. It's not a candied peach. It's not a super sickly sweet synthetic peach. It is a natural smelling delicious peach. There's also brown sugar in here, which is just phenomenal. But then there's a lot of woody notes. This is a very woody perfume, and this definitely has a note of patchouli in here. So keep that in mind. If you don't like patchouli, you gotta test this. The patchouli is not strong though. Like it's here for sure. It's noticeable, but it's not the type of patchouli, like dirty, earthy patchouli to me. This smells more like that clean, warm patchouli that I personally love. And the combination together is just fantastic. I love the gourmand notes, but I also love all the woody and patchouli notes in here as well. And I really like the bottle. I love this little butterfly right here. How cute is that? Some people don't like these House of Oud bottles, but I love them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. They're so artistic. So this is by the House of Oud Bon Bon Pop. All right, guys, and the most complimented perfume of 2023, and this includes the beginning part of 2023. Those perfumes I mentioned in that video, like I said, I'll leave it in the description box if you're interested in seeing that. But this perfume even beat all of those as well. This perfume is now officially my most complimented perfume in my collection. So it used to be Chanel's Chance Eau Fraiche, the EDT. That one I still do. Whenever I wear that, I get a ton of compliments on that one. Miss Dior 2017 version used to be one of my highly complimented perfumes. And then Nichoné's Ani is a highly complimented perfume on me as well. But this one takes the cake, you guys. It felt like every single time I wore this perfume, somebody said something. It was insane. And this is by Giardini di Toscana, and this is Bianco Latte. This is a compliment magnet. I mean, wow. And you know, this is a very, very strong perfume. So people can smell it. I think that's one thing. And it's sweet and it's delicious and it smells like freaking heaven, okay? I love this perfume. Now, not everybody does though. I've had a couple of comments from people, and I know a couple of people that this just didn't work out for. I heard someone say this smelled like a candle. Yeah, I think that was a couple of people said this smelled more like a candle to them, and they weren't getting like that edible vibe. I mean, that's, everybody has different skin chemistry, but to me that's insane because this smells so gourmand to me. You know, this smells so edible and delicious to me. So to me, this smells like a honey caramel vanilla cookie baking in the oven, and then somebody like put a little bit of cinnamon on top. That's what I'm getting. But I've heard a lot of people say that they smell, you know, some people think this smells like cinnamon buns, some people think this smells like an actual latte. Some people get a lactonic feel from this fragrance, but I don't. I get more of a cookie vibe. I think lots of people are kind of getting different things from this perfume. So test it for yourself because, you know, some people aren't jiving with this, but oh my God, do I love this, and wow, is the performance amazing. I don't think I've ever had as many compliments on a perfume as this one. So this is definitely my most complimented. I absolutely love it. It was one of my best purchases of 2023. I didn't blind buy this one. I tested it first, but it was an immediate, like as soon as I got the sample and sprayed it on, my eyes rolled in the back of my head and it was an immediate, I have to purchase this like yesterday. I loved it so much. I still love it. And I think it is worth every single bit of hype that it gets. So that is by Giardini di Toscana Bianco Latte. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comment section what your most complimented perfume of the year was. I would love to hear from you. I love to get suggestions from you guys. If you guys have anything that you think I would love, please let me know in the comment section. I find so many amazing perfumes because of you guys, so definitely let me know. If you did like this and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!